Outer membrane. Okay, this is the second video about outer membrane. Sorry, third video. The outer mitochondria, the outer mitochondrial membrane, which encloses the entire organelle, is 60 to 75 astrogens. It has a thick protein to phospholipid ratio similar to that of cell membrane, about 1:1 weight. It contains larger number of integral membrane protein called the pore forming voltage depend upon anion channel. The channel is primary transport of nucleoids, ions, metabolism and metabolites between the cystole and the internal membrane space. It is formed as a beta barrel that spans the outer membrane, similar to that in the gram-negative bacterial membrane. Larger proteins can enter the mitochondria if signaling sequence at their N terminus binds to a large multi-units protein called translocase in the outer membrane, which actively moves them across the membrane. Mitochondrial proteins are imported through specialized translocation complexes. The outer membrane is also contain enzymes involved in such diverse activities as the elongation of fatty acids, oxidation of adenine, and the degradation of tryptophan. These enzymes include monoamine oxidase, retinol insensitive, and the NADH, cytochrome C reductase, chirin hydrolase, and fatty acid. Disruption of the outer membrane permits protein in the inner membrane space to leak in the cytosol, leading to cell death. The outer mitochondrial membrane can associate with the endoplasmic reticulum membrane in a structure called MAM, mitochondria associated ER membrane. Okay, this is important in the ER mitochondria calcium signaling, and it is involved in transfer of lipids between ER and mitochondria. Outside the outer membrane are smaller diameter 60 ampere, which is cannot be seen, particles named subunit of parastin. Okay, so the mitochondrial inner membrane space is the space between the outer membrane and the internal membrane. It is also known as the pre-mitochondrial space because the outer membrane is freely permeable to small molecules. The concentration of small molecules such as ions and sugar in the inner membrane space is the same as the cytosol. However, the large protein must have a specific signaling sequence to be transported across outer membrane. So the protein composition of this space is different from the protein composition of cytosol. One protein that is localized to the internal membrane space is the way to cytochrome. Okay, inner membrane. Main article. This is the main article of the inner membrane. The inner mitochondrial membrane contains protein with three types of function: those that perform electron transport redox reaction, ATP synthesis, which generate ATP in the matrix. It contains more than 151 polypeptides and has a very high protein to phosphate ratio, which is 3:1. Okay, Christia. So we're going to talk about the Christia in next video.